Athlone is home. It's more than just where I grew up. It's values that's instilled in me. It's the discipline that's instilled in me. You know, it's the want and the need and the drive that I have. That all comes from Athlone.
When he was 3 years old, they discovered that he was asthmatic.
There were nights where my father would sleep next to me in the same bed, and I know that he was scared, but my feeling on the other side was, of course, I was scared, but I almost gave in. I was almost at a point where it was so painful that there couldn't be more than this other than, you know, me not waking up.
Jean-Marc couldn't really participate in any sport, and that was hereditary from me, unfortunately.
You know, he couldn't leave the house without his asthma pump. It's one of those things you have to kind of plan your whole day around, just in case. What if I get asthma? What if I get an asthma attack?
When you're growing up and you're not living the same life as everybody else, that hurts.
I remember when he was 9 years old, he discovered my skateboard, and that was when everything changed.
I don't think he anticipated where it was going to go. He just wanted to do it.
He was in a number of my classes from grade 8 onwards. With his diminutive frame, he didn't like many ball sports, so he kept being knocked off the ball, and he didn't like playing rugby really and soccer. And then on a day he came to me and he said to me, "Sir, can I bring my skateboard?"
My school years was difficult. I was bullied quite a bit at school. I didn't fit into anything. I wasn't trying to fit in or anything like that, and that made things difficult because, you know, that's just what everyone else was doing. And because of that, because I wasn't doing that, I was bullied. I was, you know, mocked for that, for just, you know, being me and doing my own thing. I used to be terrified of doing this, standing like this and going down here. My legs used to shake.
The bullying was quite hectic in high school. People would hide his board, throw it on the roof, things like that.
In my mind, I decided, okay, mentally, I'm gonna fight back. And now the ramps are 12 foot tall.
He would take his skateboard from that far end of the classroom. He'd walk all the way down and come to this unused tennis court behind the tennis courts that we have here, the ones that we are using. And he converted that whole area into a skate park for himself.
Once everyone found out that I was a skateboarder, you know, more kids started to bring their boards. And I mean, I pretty much built my own skate park here with broken desks, whatever I could find just to stay on the board, and attracted a bit of attention from that side. Skateboarding just builds a community wherever it goes, you know, regardless of what's around. So I'm really happy to know what skateboarding has done here.
And that was the start of his career. And my husband would come home and ask, did he do his skateboarding today? Did he have an asthma attack today? And it was no, he was fine.
We never had skateboard as a sport, so I just felt at the time, let's promote it, let's see what can happen. And then it just blew up.
First time I saw Jean-Marc, it was just like, whoa, this guy's doing tricks differently to everybody else. It was just, you could see this guy had talent.
I realized that I was learning fast, and I was learning tricks that a lot of the older guys were doing, and I would learn them on the day. I would learn them and then just move on, learn and move on, learn and move on. And I think I was just trying to, you know, see how far I can push it. It was like a blank canvas and I was just painting.
Jean-Marc, his progression was always a level above. Whenever you're around Jean-Marc, you just want to level up, you want to do better tricks, and trying to keep up with him, wow, dude, you got to keep up with those legs.
Coming from Athlone, when the closest that I thought I was ever going to get to a World Series or anything like that was watching it on the internet. FICE World Series China, I won, came first, got gold.
Yes, the winner right here. Congratulations.
He didn't even realize that he had won the competition.
I remember waiting in the park for the scores to update, and then I get like just a message, and they say like congratulations. I'm like thinking, okay, cool. Why are you saying that? Because maybe you saw my run, but we don't know yet. They're like, and then I saw the scores and it didn't change. I thought, wow, that just happened. And it's something that I thought was impossible.
For the first time, a South African skateboarder has taken international honours against a very strong field at the FICE World Series in China.
At the time, skateboarding wasn't a sport as in huge sport or an Olympic sport. And my husband had obviously wanted him to study further, which he did.
He was studying animation, and that's also something else that he was very talented in. Although he was so good at it, he was still telling me that this is not something I want to do. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
I'm Sonny Young, and you're listening to the sunny side of sports on the Voice of America.
Jean-Marc's impressive resume has been years in the making. This year, he became the first South African to compete in Indonesia's Pro Jam International Open.
My grandmother played a very big role in my career. She would always know what to tell me when things were not going good. You know, when, for example, I was not getting support from family members, and she would always be there to go, you know what, just keep going, keep going.
We decided as a family this would be Jean-Marc's career and that's his passion. So let's support what he wants to do.
When I look back at it now, they just wanted to see me happy. I think that's the most important part. And skateboarding brought me that.
Skateboarding will be making its Olympic debut as one of the most exciting new developments in the Summer Game.
3, 2, 1, yeah! This is my mate from Cape Town, from South Africa. Yeah, we're something.
What I felt was a turning point for me in my career was 2018. I was invited to Indonesia Pro Jam. I was the only guy from South Africa there, and I thought, well, if I could podium here, then, you know, next to these guys that are being recognized to go to the Olympics, and this would give me motivation to keep pushing. That's when I realized, okay, skateboarding just made the shift now, right now.
Qualifying for the Olympics at Dew Tour as well was really overwhelming.
We'll keep our eye on Jean-Marc Johannes, a rising star in South Africa.
When I realized that there was more to skateboarding, when I realized that you could make it as a career, was number one, seeing that you could do it internationally. All the international skateboarders were making a career out of it. And that was the first spark, because I saw it, which means it's possible. And when I got my first sponsor, I think that was a glimpse or just a shimmer of hope that this could actually work.
A move, a trick. It's the force that binds artistry and athleticism. Let's explore the parallels.
And he came back with guys from Red Bull with him. They pulled up during interval onto the tarmac on the other side, and he came running around the corner to my classroom and he said, "So Milkles, I brought something for you." I said, "Hey, what was it?" Then I come out of the classroom. They took out boxes and boxes of Red Bull and they started distributing amongst the learners and so on. And I thought that was so cool. I said, "No, what's the occasion?" He said, "No, I just got the sponsor. I thought I'd come share it with you." Now that's Jean-Marc. That's exactly how he is. He would do something like that. He's just different.
Here you have someone who established a career from skateboarding. That is usually unheard of. Yeah, maybe overseas it's easier. And he's managed to continue to grow that career, continues to succeed, not just in competitions, but he does amazing motivational talks at schools. He's involved with a lot of charities, and that's because he wants to, not because he has to.
My own charity initiative is called Fill the Gap. The idea behind Fill the Gap is to just filling gaps that, you know, weren't there or that just need to be paid a little bit of attention to, so it can come in the form of gear to skateboarders that want to pursue skateboarding, not necessarily at a professional level, but just on a recreational level, just to stay in a positive environment.
Just by looking at social media, there's many kids that they are inspired by now knowing that they can make a career out of skateboarding.
Everybody needs a role model to inspire them. And in South Africa, Jean-Marc Johannes is certainly one of those. He set his eyes on competing at the 2020 Olympics, and this would further inspire kids from nearby townships about what is possible.
I actually won for my first competition. I won this and I won the 50 Rand yesterday. So whenever I'm at the park or he's here, I always I like to push with him. He skates and he pushed me to do tricks, and yeah, it's my inspiration. Like once my mom told me, "Nah, I'm gonna take skating away." I told her, "Nah, take skating away. I'm sorry, but I'm leaving. That's my world." Like I promise you, if it wasn't for skating, I would have been drugs and stuff. I'm glad skating pushed me away from that.
I want to inspire skateboarders all around the world. If I can help someone that's stopped running in circles for a long time and actually find a straight path as to where they should go and help them, you know, drive them to get there, then that's what I want to do. I'm at a point now where I've never felt, you know, this comfortable on my board, you know, with the tricks and, you know, consistency and everything. So for me, I feel like this is just the beginning.
And I have decided to move to UK. So the first thing is I would find a place that have dragon boating. So Bristol is the place that I find I can join the dragon boat team, and also it's a lovely place to move to. So I don't have other choices. No, I mean I don't think of other choices. Well, Bristol, that's it. That's where I would go. Dragon boat is one of my favorite sports. I would say it's my life sport. Yeah, and I will not give up dragon boating. Even when I go up to the 70s, I think I will still on the boat. Yeah. Well, many people that are in Hong Kong or in China, we always say that we are the descendants of the dragon. So dragon is the most sacred figure in our culture or our beliefs. We also have some kind of religious rituals or ceremonies to pray for the good start of the day. Yeah. When the dragon head is dressed up, we think that it has the soul has come into the body of the dragon boat. So when it is dressed up, you have to respect it, because well, you will think that maybe you can treat it as a comrade, like whether we can win the race or whether we can have safety on the waters to go forward to the finish line safely and happily. So the point that I like dragon boat so much is that it is a teamwork. So you can enjoy every moment on the boat with your teammates under a single command, targeting at the same objective before we go to the finish line.
So I'm Lee Curtis. I've been with the club for about 8 years now. I'm 22 now. I started coaching the club when I was 17. I was actually captain of the club at 16. For the first year or two, being the youngest, people didn't really listen to me.
Go! 1, 2, 3, up! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6!
I'm currently the head coach, so I run coaching, I run most of the sessions, and I sort of fill in the captain role. It's been really good because I've had a lot of different people to learn from, and then bring different ideas to different places to try and bring all the best I can to the club. It's been really good to have people like Rob around, especially because Rob coached me for 3 years, 4 years. So I learned a lot from him. So you got, again, a mix of people. It's not just the social, and not just social, but finding a balance between social and the level, intensity and training. And it is tricky to find the balance.
Yeah, you can find it frustrating when you've paddled at the national team level, and then you come back to a club level, and you've got to then realise that there's people here who only really here as a social thing, and getting, especially from a coaching point of view, not making it so difficult that people who are unfit only want to paddle once a week for a bit of fun, and trying to keep it interesting for the guys who are still training for Great Britain as well, all in the same boat. Then it does take a little bit of managing.
Most powerful one in the boat, so he has the privilege to hold the dragon head. And hold it as a baby with your arms, and then carry it carefully back to the position of the table.
Thank you.
I think Bristol Empire Dragon is a very accepting and inclusive. They are very accommodating.
The community and the people are what make the club. Action. Oh, sorry, Dex. It's a club that's going through a transition, needing to find new members, and the original founders from 22 years ago are now retired. So changing the agenda from what was, we are the ex-champions, UK champions, and we want to always be at the best, to actually, we're a fun and inclusive club that also races competitively. So I think it's good to get that younger dynamic through, one for the lifeline and the new blood into the thing, but also to help us older folk out a little bit and put some stamina on the boat.
Watch your tail, because I can't see the tail here. Are we clear? Tail clear?
It's a challenge because there are so many other leisure activities that you could partake in. there is a fear of the unknown. It sounds really daunting and really scary until you actually get on there and you know it's good fun and we all make each other laugh. So I think it's hard to get people there.
I've always liked the look of it. I like dragons and I like boats and I like racing and I like water as long as I'm not in it but on it. So yeah, give it a try. Something new.
I'm Poppy and this is my dad.
I'm Dad and this is my Poppy.
I have no idea what's about to happen, but I assume it's going to be very wet and very fun.
I think it'll be really cool. It's like a whole dragon and you're on the dragon, in the dragon even, so it'll be insane.
It's less about the physical aspect, and it's more about the mental. You know, I have struggled with mental health for like many years, and actually this is a focal point that gives me something else to think about and invest energy into. I guess now is probably the time where I sort of need them most. You know, they've got a lot going on in my life at the minute, and yeah, I think the amount of people that have said some kind words and, you know, an arm around me or a kiss and a cuddle kind of thing, just to say, you know, we've all got your back, and you know, that's great, because you know, when you are at your lowest point, you do need friends and family, and I regard the Dragons as friends and extended family. So yeah, I think, yeah, love you all.
You're not passionate. Yeah, hi right in the camera now. Yeah. Hi both in the camera. Right, what's your question, sorry? Before I started, I had a really bad time in school. I was bullied, didn't get on with anyone, and got involved with this. It's just like completely refreshing, gives you somewhere mentally just to let go. So it's developed me a lot as a person, I find. So I completely came out my shell with it. I was quite sort of shy before to myself. I got involved with it. It just brought me out, got me a lot more confidence, and nowadays it's helped me improve in terms of just leading a crew, things like that. It's just helped me a lot personally to develop.
I'm so proud of him with what he's achieved with this. He has tremendously grown in confidence, and everyone always says to me, he's such a lovely chap, you know, and for his age as well. Everybody thinks he's so much older. He's achieved so much through Dragon Boat.
Younger people is the future of the sport. It is definitely important to get people younger involved, and we had a really good feed going pre-COVID. We had to say we're the largest junior contingent in the country here, and obviously we all got older and moved on. People have gone to university. I'm the only one still doing it, but there's not enough young people in the sport. There needs to be more.
It was intense to work out. I'm wet, I think is the key word.
I am never doing that again. Ever. I got drenched, my arm hurts, my knee is wet. I'm just not doing it.
Got a hell of a workout. Got nice cold and wet, but you know, I actually had a blast, and I might definitely do it again.
It's just a nice place to be with a nice bunch of people. That's why I keep coming back.
We all have a place on the boat, and it's great for us to all go on this journey at our different paces.
Everyone's working together. It's a team sport. You're not on your own.
Metaphorically and obviously physically, you're in the same boat. You're in the same boat.
Normally, people will get very tired, so you have to motivate the other members so they will not get lost in the journey. And after we have go to the finish line, wow, we have completed an action. We have completed a mission.
We took the idea of identity and kind of ran with
of that and ended up like asking ourselves questions about what identity is and how we would kind of show identity.
The sort of mask of how people are supposed to act, or the way that sort of people are pressured into acting, and then the sort of face underneath that people, the way they actually want to act and the way that they actually are.
You're looking at a piece where you don't know who everyone is until the very end when there's a massive reveal. So
the main thing is you've kind of got to navigate yourself through the world and just understand it from your own perspective. I think it'll be different for everyone.
the idea of the actual like movement itself is to sort of almost like someone is there by your side, but also you're sort of fighting to be something that you're not, but then someone's trying to stop you from being what you want to be, in a sense. It's almost a look more beyond the person, in a sense, try and figure out who your person actually is. It's almost like I don't judge a book by its cover, so the idea of the mask is to almost act as if someone's not two-faced, but in a sense of we all put a mask on, so it's not really who we actually are. So for example, when you're going to a job interview, you're not really going to be your complete self because you want to impress someone, but then when you take the mask off, say when you get home, you're a completely different person. So it's almost a don't judge a book by its cover sort of theme to it.
I think the reason that they're all the same, yet we're all very different people with very different styles, shows that maybe from a surface level we all seem like similar people, but as you get to know everyone, they're different.
The creation process has been really fun so far. We sort of went to an exhibit to sort of examine several like short videos, and we went on all sorts of directions from there. We just threw ideas and we eventually ended up with the idea of the mask, and then it's really fun to just sort of play around and spitball with ideas until we get something that sort of takes shape and feels right for us.
Dance with a mask is a lot harder than it looks. There's like no peripherals, so it's learning about how you understand where everybody else is and how you can still be in unison and still move with everybody else, yet you can't see anyone around you. So using your other like senses and abilities to keep together and keep working and moving together.
The mask itself, it's terrible for your skin because it's just sweaty, but it was cool. But it was dancing with something with restricted vision, so you really had to trust everyone around you, and it felt cool. It felt cool.
Just really go over the timing of our downs and jumps, boom, boom, and just what happens, maybe it goes away, stops, looks and comes back. Just see how you can put that in. So there's two things you can do. You can use it like that, but actually remember what happens if you're trying to look. What does it mean to look through something? Cause and effect.
And that's when you're in that line. Yeah, so head, leg, back, boom, and zoom. That was the left one. Go from the top. So just go, drop lower, and then this arm, think like, you know, and that brings you up. So it's like a lever pulling your left foot, your back, head down, look to the left.
And how long have you been dancing, like before Fuzzy, and then how long have you been in Fuzzy?
I don't even know. I think since year 5, so I think 10, so 8 years, and then I think I joined Fuzzy in, I think it was 2017. I think it's pretty cool because obviously you look at dance and the stereotype is it's girly and everything like that, but it's actually not. It's just more of a way to express yourself, like through not speaking, in a sense. I don't want to say through movement because it's a bit cringy, but that's what it is. Like, that's the only way you can really say it. So yeah, I'd say it's more exciting. So when I did dance before, it was primarily girls. You'd have the odd boy, but dancing with just a bunch of boys, it's like you're relating to everyone else in a sense, because yeah, I don't know what else to say, to be honest.
Dance, in terms of my mental health, is just an outlet for me, I suppose. It's always been something that I know that I can go to in all different aspects of life, and go to it and just sort of release and be in a safe space and be something that I know I can be anything I want to be.
I started dancing, I think, around the age of 10. I just sort of, on a whim, decided to go to a street dance class, and from then I sort of got more and more into dance, and I just couldn't stop, and that's sort of what led me here. It's sort of a creative outlet that I have when sort of life is stressful or there's stuff to be done. Dance is just sort of a thing that I can use to sort of just unwind, relax, and just find a sort of vent for my creative urges.
I just really enjoy learning new things in Fuzzy, like some kind of like tricks or like any part of the dance I've never really seen before. I like going through the steps and learning how to do it, and then being glad I know how to do it.
They're just working as a group, being in a studio all together, and like actually creating something that now can be like seen like by real people. Dancing like in front of an audience is just great. It's just so much better to be in the room with people and see how people react to what we've actually created.
I would say I've managed to develop my style, and I would say it was definitely very different from what it was at the start, and I've managed to fine-tune it and make it my own. It's just provided me with so much confidence through like my life, and it's made me quite a lot of new friends as well. So I'd say it's mainly to do with the confidence, because this has really changed my mindset, and I don't really know where I would be without dance, because I mean it did change me from such an early age, like year 8, year 9, and from then it has been different, and I'd say I've become a lot more out of my shell.
For 3 days and 3 nights, a sound unsettled everything and everyone. It was not a new sound, just one that had until now been bearable. Loudest in the burn, it seemed to defy everyone's wish for it to end. Until, without warning, the end came. Tears of joy ran down the cheeks of every man, woman and child, washing away a dread that had grown to become normal. Even the rocks seemed to cry with joy. Before anyone had time to think, all this blissful relief had run deep into the ground, far out of reach. Taking with it the hope of every living thing it had touched. Had the dread just lost become reality? Or was it a remedy? An elixir stirred into the waters of Shannon's pot, Lagnashina. Awakening a life long lost to the imaginations of those left on the surface. Had MacMahon McLear tricked them into giving up their waking hopes to summon dreams, or maybe to bring forth nightmares? Cavanoids, wake. Cavanoids, wake. Entertain them with your delicate dance. Bring your wild arms to caress the land. show them your beauty, so that they may wonder at your fragile strength. For they imagine themselves too strong. Stillness returned to Shannon's pot, as though the surface was never disturbed. When we leave them to the thin layer of green that cushions their feet from the hard rock on which they stand, will they know their true place?
I've come a long, long way from the cold, long walks up in Davis Way. Am I going insane? Am I just so scared that you'll call it a day? Then I'm writing it, so I'm fine with it. I throw some rice in it, and that will heal it. I try and siphon it, and find some life in it. I need to find my truth, and so I speak in my past. I don't give a shit. The last lie, I'll take another hit. I'll never fucking quit, I'll always leave a tip. You know I've come too far on my journey to go and take the piss. I met Adam when I was 20 years old. Growing up now, talking about a house that he sold. But I got one more smoke till it's taken a hold, because I only see that clarity right after I've rolled. Self-sabotage, the remnants of my past. I'm stumbling in the dark, but that's okay. You're racing through my heart. They said this wouldn't last. I won't get very far to run away. Forget about your past, accentuate the journey that's gotten you to the person you are today. All the steps you've taken, the problems you faced, you past your path and your indiscretions, the mistakes and the learning your lesson. It's a gift that you're standing there strong, that's why they call it the present. I don't have OCD, but I'm always obsessing. I'm all out of funds and you'll still see me betting. Well, what am I like? The funds are mine, I can't come dine, I don't feel fine. I'm alone drinking on wine. It's not a good behaviour to attract her. Record myself, drink, then I'll play it back. Am I meant to pretend to be someone I'm not and be spur of the moment and do it all on the spot? I'm sorry, it's not me, but I think you forgot that I'm a sucker for some routine and a route to the top. Self-sabotage, the remnants of my past. I'm stumbling in the dark, but that's okay. You're racing through my heart. They said this wouldn't last. I won't get very far to run away. Alright, they call me Lock with the U. Teach me how to dress or I'm a stylish you. Mixing the genres, that's a stylish you. But when I was a young buck just tying my shoes, I needed something to do. And I'm still on the move, but I'm just bunning the zoo while we're playing your tunes. And I keep you in the loop for when I'm thinking it through. Like I give a fucking shit if I have something to prove. But now you're feeling it too, whilst we borrow on our own time. Harry got this different styles, we on a fine line. We couldn't find mine, I couldn't find rhymes. Your love gives me immortality, I can't die. 9 lives is all I need. Is that the feeling talking, or is that just the weed? I guess we're feeling free. I guess I'm finally in a place where I'm happy to be me.
When I am
Darling, don't you know what to say to me before? For I'm an open book, please read me. And darling, we are lost in the pages of an old story. For I'm an open book, please hold me. Darling, there's a world lost in the letter. So open the book and you'll love me. And darling, if there's time, we can be together. For I'm an open book, please hold me. And all it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. And all it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. Darling, don't you know our journey starts together. We can write a book, let it set in stone. Darling, there's a world for us to explore. But I'm an open book, please hold me. And all it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. And all it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. All it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. And all it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire. On fire. All it takes is one little spark to set the night on fire.
kicked up.
Stop it! Don't forget, I have my medication. When sunrise comes to wake me up, let your starlight shine a while. There's nowhere that I'd rather be than to linger in your smile. Now sunshine brings the flowers, the green trees and the day, but I pass the brightest hours when the sunlight goes away. So softly falls the starlight on the silent hills and fields. Sweet lady of the darkness, please give your love to me. And when I'm sleeping, dreaming, let me wander in my time through your magic world of make-believe. Go gentle on my mind. The city seems quite deathless in the shadows that you bring, and I make my way quite breathless beneath your darkling wing. Now orange neon lights the streets, the silver river sings, and I thank the mother of darkness for the silence that she brings. Lady of the river, lady of the sea, lady of the rainbow, please give your love to me.
Did you just shit yourself?
What, like just now?
Yeah, just now.
No. No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, that's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. What have you eaten? A fucking toddler? No, it's not funny, yeah? You need to go to a clinic, yeah? Get the hose pipe treatment, you know? Eat some chia seeds, some fucking grass. What time do you call this then, eh?
I call it late, and I'm sorry, unforeseen circumstances. Would you mind removing the handcuffs?
Yeah, would you mind?
We were not allowed to. It's against policy.
Well, it's against my policy to talk to patients who are in restraints. I don't want to antagonise.
Right, can we hurry this up, yeah? Because I've got a fucking headache.
Before we go any further, perhaps you can tell me the difference between a headache and a fucking headache. What's the difference?
That's just how I speak.
That's what I'm complaining about.
What? That's just how I speak? What's the matter with that?
Well, suppose at the end of this consultation I said to you, here's some fucking pills, take 2 of the fuckers every 4 fucking hours, and if they don't fucking work, come the fuck back and I'll give you some other fucking fuckers. You'd find this a bit strange, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We're equal. I don't talk to you like that, and you don't talk to me like that.
Sorry, we're equal. You think we're equal. You think we're equal. You do not think that. You don't think that?
Well, I'm going to treat you with respect, and I'd like for you to do the same for me in return.
Being late's not very respectful though, is it?
No, but I apologised for that.
Alright, I'll stop swearing. But you don't be late again, okay?
I can agree to that. Deal.
Deal.
Though there won't be an again unless you get another conviction.
Oh, did no one tell you that repeat offenders in their adolescence tend to continue that pattern for the rest of their lives?
You've seen me before.
Yeah, apparently I'm not that memorable, am I? Clearly.
Brooke, right. You wanted to be a hairdresser, shoplifting, and then GBH.
Hardly GBH. Only clipped him.
With a cricket bat.
Yeah, he deserved it because he was being a right fucking prick.
He was being a right fucking prick.
He was a right prick. Yeah? You happy?
Not especially.
He antagonised me, you know.
What is it you're in for this time?
Burglary.
Seriously?
What?
You have to almost want to be caught by the British police for burglary.
Doctor, can I actually ask you a question, yeah? Do you think my childhood made me like this? Like, do you think it's got something to do with that? Because my mum didn't really give me any cuddles when I was younger, so do you think it's got something to do with that?
Absolutely nothing whatsoever.
What? That's crazy. Okay, so why do I do it then?
Oh, well, that's simple, because you're lazy and selfish and you're not prepared to work for what it is you want.
You cheeky foot. I nearly swore. Oh.
I don't doubt that nonsense has worked for you before, but it's not going to work with me. Do you really have a headache? Here's some fucking pills. Holly Dalrymple interviewing Brooke Evans. The time is... Do you have the time?
44 past?
The time is 9:15. Witnessed by...
It's Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
Why do you need that?
Girl attacked me yesterday and then claimed I'd incited it with verbal abuse. Insurance.
You're not having much luck lately then, are you? Assaulted yesterday, late today. You happy then?
What do you mean?
Well, you said I'd end up back here and, you know, here I am, so well done you.
Brooke, that wasn't a prediction, that was a warning. You have so much potential. I don't want you ending up in Bronzefield. Last time we spoke, you seemed really excited about doing your MVQs.
Wow, did I?
Why don't you do the course here? Use the time productively. Oh, come on, you are way too smart for burglary.
Oh, I'm smart enough to be a psychiatrist now, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't rule it out yet. Why do you really think you reoffended?
Oh, bore off. Is this some sort of X Factor shit now? Do you want me to tell you a sob story?
Do you have a sob story?
Now, this is what I've got, yeah?
What is that?
That is how many GCSEs I've got. Yeah? 0. And what does that tell you?
School didn't work for you?
Yeah, you got that right. You know, I can get about £8.25 down at SO. Or, you know, I can just tug off old men in alleyways for like 50 quid a pop like Dawn over there. Yeah? Or I can just, you know, steal some shiny crap from poshos like you, flog it down Dean at Market.
Did you stop after you arrested the burglaries? Or did you reoffend?
Yeah, I stopped. In fact, actually, that's the first time I've ever burgled and I got caught. It's mad really, you know, because I'm a good girl. I'm just really, really unlucky. And I definitely didn't reoffend last night. Turns out there's lots of poshos with big houses and big cars in Kensington. Yeah, whereabouts do you live, Doc? I mean, I'm no expert, but Cartier sounds bloody expensive.
What do you want?
What do you mean?
For the watch.
I flogged it with Dean. I got 50 quid, you know, for that.
Seriously? That cost £3,000.
Yeah, you fell for that one, didn't you? 3 bags. Fuck me, sideways. Well, Holly, it's been an absolute pleasure. But yeah, if you can get me a good report card and like a reduced sentence, you know, maybe that watch might just reappear on your bedside table.
Honestly, I'm impressed. How can you think you're not smart? So much potential. We're done.
Wait, what? I thought we had a deal, yeah? You want your watch back?
Keep it, sell it if you want, and I'll give you a good report card. As long as you get your NVQ.
Right.
Oh, I'll have my dictaphone back though.
It's not on it.
I know. Such a relief that the CCTV records audio. If for any reason you don't get that NVQ, I will be pressing charges.
Did they really record audio?
Da Lauren Arsos, per the biddy Fallaganis. Poor the Arsos. Pandra Vinter. Oh, me having Cavo Stavrithel, Marpleg. These corners. Busy? Marrow. Oh. Autumn. Oh, so. Maraz Carenza. Moy agus 10 kilo vrithel iddiw.
10?
Yeah.
Joel.
Jolin Weir. Oh, Ladron Craft.
O Tibian's Bran.
Ni illa ni tilli hemma.
Arusta prederi adro them tibians?
Na.
Ni alsa cavos, why cans pub seithen in saison? Lo their entia tilla bihan in estat noith mesadre, hagans tam moi ragonir ag change. All ozedom thinni, you goratam pint war am fozzo, ha hiavit the lore.
Garoon biz war a fappa fos, Robert. Hagi fifth edreg this oji. I can trellis the vos chia vissi, osta muskok.
Res you the nickel nepeth.
Harusta cavus modian. Chwarti me hunter and kliji gluzik nag is it thin. Delor biddy, delor sauce. Pithus gennes.
Mistress Raericus Pointians knoweth, Ragonon and Stavello.
Orphanchi brown.
Nepith Kevos, the Vos Gans and Mevel knoweth as he ganser.
Pithus your boss's boss.
And more Del Grisav.
Ah.
Margair Avel Saffron. Peswa Mill Burns.
This a vez.
Delor Marzers and Arkins Guinness.
Heb more. Dofrithel.
Betty? Betty, all ahead, ma.
Mirados abos artif.
Prague in ifan.
Dire weles in ober and mirvauna. And rustaguelis pigemas inzi. Milio a burns. And rustaguelis and stuff han knoweth ma. Bonana illy wool. Ninzinzi turner and ninzinzi. Pragna me.
Mes nins osta ardeth, Betty.
Art, you lava a awen, hadenses. Artithi on ni all rob.
Mes never ni rusta limna.
Well, this will be autiski. Between Hannah, Piscator and Pothia.
Oh, Alfred Wallace.
Ninzi stuff for fancy. Margair avel saffron milligis lemon on Inzu.
Pity you supposes both.
And Neil to Gwellis? Gast. Ma edham cafos o awen hem you all.
Where?
Mi ar amos I mesa voro, cwrdalath da. Neil to gwaitius the gavos the awen in tan hati an limne intrapeda fos Neil to ma tesa mi ar amos poth. Pobla ga limnans and more. Nas dasos. households?
Pithusi video coup.
Limno, Del Hovel.
Distar, you hem a priestar?
Panrug Sarah leverel them, reso them dars hagwelis ohanen.
Plesio this queris these.
Hagam veun de brederi den vith arola rugi weliswa?
Den vith. Na hogan o golti? Sarah.
Habarth do. Tagu. Tagin queer. Devnithians golo huskus.
You dagen is?
Dagan avay. Me an car. Never ni rug vigwellis nepith avel hemma. Never.
Sewer ni ruged and vis.
And ran ma omma. And manili on her donda. Martha Strazekanu. And hemma omma. Pithu.
A Branston pickle.
A wennick. And Ethan war he honen in Gwyn's and Curran.
He Ethan.
Picastu.
Rob sauce. Me an gwerthas.
Peth?
Me a werthas. Al hinza limnans me an gwerthas.
Pitho rustic havos ragtho, pimp perns.
Na. 6,000 pounds.
Are any Cabosbos camera affairs, Anneth?
Pragna.
dum dum dum.